Athaiya. That's the first Oscar winner in Asia.
My name is Gandhi, Mohandas K. Gandhi.
I really don't think there is anyone who has come close to her even today. And I've been in the industry for 33 years.
I'm Suman Butcher. Welcome to Asian Culture Vulture. I'm going to be talking today to the actress Meeta Vasisht, who's worked in film, TV, and stage. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about the costume designer Bhanu Athaiya, who passed away recently. Welcome to Asian Culture Vulture, Meeta. How are you?
Thank you so much, Suman. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you, tell us when you first met Bhanu Athaiya.
I first met Bhanu Athaiya when I walked out of my final viva at the National School of Drama.
Right.
And I got my first job for, 500 rupees. On the day of the show, one day before the show, at the time of the grand rehearsal, comes this wonderful lady who's somehow built in a very, she's almost like, how should I say, she's iconic, like in her build. And then Kumar tells me very gently that, that's Bhanu Athaiya. That's the first Oscar winner in Asia. And she's the person who's done the costumes. So I sort of look at her and I say, okay. And of course, we'd heard of Bhanu Athaiya. Everyone had because of Gandhi and the Oscar she'd won. Mm-hmm. And my first actual meeting with her was backstage when I came in with my makeup kit to do Alaknanda Samar's makeup. Although I was a trained actress, but I was here to do makeup. And I put my makeup kit down and Bhanu was watching me do things at the dressing table, put my kit here and there. I was also supposed to do Alak's hair for her, help her with the hair. Mm-hmm. And then Bhanu very gently came up to me and she said, that's not how you place it all to keep it ready for an actress. This is how you do it. So she placed every single hairpin in a way with the head facing towards me and said, now you will don't have to scramble around in a hairpin box looking for pins. You just pick it up. So there was this whole neatness and also this amazing concern for the actress who was going to be performing. That when you prepare the green room for her makeup and her hair, you're not going to be messy and fumbly and fudgy about it. You have to be very precise. Time is important, and you do not go fussing around in a hair. You do it with a certain amount of gentle energy. And that's what I understood from Bhanu. My first lessons in how to treat an actress and therefore how I should be treated as an actress later came from someone like Bhanu Athaiya, who was so concerned that there should be no messiness in the green room when we are getting the actress ready. She exuded a kind of almost a matriarchal aura, and at the same time it was of a very highly professional person. So there was this beauty about her, there was a quietness. At the same time, you could not take her for granted because you knew this is a person who is someone not of the ordinary, That was Bhanu. That was my first ever meeting with her. And then, of course, from there on, she actually went on to design costume for me for Kumar Shani's second film, Khayal Gatha. Mm-hmm. She was there on location. She designed the most beautiful costumes. Then she did another set of costumes for me for a very mainstream film. And many years later, after that, I also went to her I was doing a theater piece and we needed an Amrapali costume, which is a very traditional, it's this little bodice here with the dhoti. And it was a very physical piece on Sri Aurobindo's Savitri. And I remember telling my director, Veena Pani, there's only one person who can do this costume, and that's Bhanu Athaiya. And she's saying, oh my God, Bhanu Athaiya, how will I? She'd be expensive. She's an Oscar winner, and this is theater. Why would she be interested? And I said, you know what, Veena, let's just go and meet her. And we did. And Bhanu was so gentle, and she just listened to a bit about the play, and she said, of course I'll do the costume. Of course I'll do it. And Veena said, the director, but Bhanu, the budget, she says, I'll do the costume. You pay me whatever you can afford. This is theater. And that was Bhanu. My next film that she actually designed for me was a Bollywood film. It's a film that's very, very famous. You don't see me in the film because I got replaced in it in the interim period. Yeah, that's Bollywood for you as well. So I got signed to play the main lead, the main negative lead for a film called Khiladiyon Ka Khiladi, opposite Akshay Kumar.
Okay.
Okay, this was in 1995. Now, this was a very mainstream film. It was Bollywood, right to the core of it. It had Akshay Kumar and Raveena Tandon. And if you see the film, the major meaty role is of the role that I was offered, of Madam Maya, who is Raveena Tandon's older sister and the villain of the piece, and also has a great love interest in her sister's sweetheart, which is Akshay Kumar. And that's how the film plays out. And she's a baddie. She's got gangs, and she's a gun runner. She organizes fighting ring contests and all that stuff. Now, Bhanu actually designed the entire wardrobe for that film for my character. Okay. She did evening gowns for me with fur and sequins for when I have to be seductive and, really deadly beautiful. She did leather skirts, mini skirts and boots, which were actually tailored in her own workshop. They were not picked up from high design or some leather place. She got the most beautiful soft leather and made the most exquisite sort of jackets and gloves and all of that. So there was that. Then there was this lace and satin for, the seduction song and all of that. There was a business suit for when I'm more business-like in the film. She had this entire sort of range of the characters in her head, the characters' many facets. And she designed the wardrobe, without too much of me telling her what to do. Mm-hmm. She just knew what would add to this character's multifaceted personality, where she's a woman who's a hardcore baddie. At the same time, she's vulnerable in love. At the same time, she's trying to seduce her sister's boyfriend and all of that.
So in terms of you working as an actress in the film industry and the theatre sector in India,
yes,
as a costume designer, what do you think is her legacy to the sector, to the industry? It seems to me that it's the first.
I really don't think there is anyone who has come close to her even today. And I've been in the industry for 33 years. Mm-hmm. I deal with costume designer for every single film. And every time they are a pain in the neck, most of them. And Bhanu was someone you didn't have to worry about. You didn't have to worry about the fitting, the styling, the concept of it. She kind of knew more than you would about the costume the minute she heard the script,
The character.
She spoiled, this character. She actually spoiled you for choice. There was never a critiquing that you could do of any aspect of her work, whether it was the choice of color, the choice of fabric, fall, drape, and the stitching, of it. The stitching of everything from a sari blouse to the Indian costume to the Western. She was just, I don't think I have come across anyone like her. I think, in fact, the industry has really not done her justice. They have no idea of, maybe they do, and I think she's way, I mean, if you had to rate Bhanu on a scale of 1 to 10 among designers, I think she would just occupy the first 10 slots all by herself.
Thank you so much, Meeta Vasisht, for talking to Asian Culture Vulture. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch up with you again at some point.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.